Aston Villa and Spurs. Villa, Rich, we'll start with you. Off the back of a draw at Ajax going into this game now, the Tottenham didn't have the midweek game, so they should be feeling more refreshed than yourself. But what's your thoughts going into this one, my bro?
Yeah, it's a huge game, and I think that it was evident to see how Emery approached last night's game with regards to some of the changes that he made, bringing one or two players on towards the end, that he is earmarking this game as the big one, this game coming up on Sunday. And yeah, I expect all the big guns to be involved, the likes of McGinn, Leon Bailey. Yeah, it's going to be massive. I mean, if we're obviously 5 points clear at the moment with Tottenham with a game in hand, if we can get that 3 points on Sunday, we have had the upper hand on Tottenham the last 3 games. So yeah, if we can do that again, 8 points clear, and whatever we are ahead of Man United, that's taken a massive step towards clinching the top 4 spot.
Yeah, huge, man. I can't lie. Deji, I mean, you're going to Villa Park, and it's a tough place to go, my bro. But you're normally a confident Spurs fan. I imagine you're expecting 3 points on Sunday.
I am. I mean, I don't know why Rich is slightly here, shaking his bum slightly. I remember that when you came to our gaff, let's be real, at that point in the season, we were the first team to play you off the park. Mm-hmm. The only thing is we just didn't get the result. If Rich is being honest, you didn't deserve, you didn't deserve the win. Yeah. You didn't even deserve a draw, but you managed to get the 3 points. Look, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. You know, mano to mano. When it comes to the full 11, there's nothing that your club can do. Nothing. I have to speak with a little bit of a Brummy accent here. It looks like, according to Postecoglou, that Spurs will have their full team. We are going to slap you guys right up. I've said it before against Wolves. We were unlucky. There was no Udogie and there was no Pedro Porro. Udogie's back. Porro's back. And you guys are going to get what you deserve. The only thing I will say is that when we play Villa, even under Steven Gerrard, you guys are nasty. And that Matty Cash, let me just speak to you.
Oh, yes.
If Matty Cash does what I think he might do, Matty Cash, be prepared to get fly kicked in the middle of the road when you go and pick up the newspaper the next time you pick it up. Because Matty Cash is a disgusting piece of work. Dirty, always causing injuries. He caused injury to Matt Doherty. He caused an injury to Bentancur. And I don't know who he's going to try and cause an injury to this weekend. But yeah, look, I'm confident. I think Spurs have played really good football. I'm excited because everyone's been telling us that Aston Villa is a fortress, blah, blah, blah. And I just want to put that to bed this weekend, hopefully.
Well, listen, Mo, let me bring you in, man. There's a comment here I'm going to chuck up and see if you can have a discussion around it. Marcus believes that Aston Villa have a better 11. And I think Aston Villa have a very good 11. I think Tottenham have a very good 11 as well. But let me ask you where your head's at with these teams, because it's two teams doing well. Where are you at, bro?
To be honest, Ange Postecoglou made Spurs fans talk like Deji. This is what happened. This is it. He's getting the best out of these. Some of these players are just not good enough, but he's getting the best out of them. But you're 5 points behind. You lost the game before. Was that at your ground?
Yeah.
Yes, you dominated position. So you did what Pep does. Yeah, but we had position. Yeah, but you lost the game at the end, and you're coming in and with all this energy. Listen, I like Ange Postecoglou. He's someone who's exciting. I like to watch Spurs now. But for you to say that Villa are just inferior this season, I think you're just chatting rubbish, to be honest. Every single, like, there are...
If you beat Villa and we win on Jamie Hands,
it doesn't matter. Even if you beat Villa, that doesn't... You talk after the game, but before the game, you lost the game, didn't you? Did you or did you not lose the game at your ground?
Yeah, but
let me ask the chat something. I don't know how many people are here.
No, but who was the better team, though? Mo, you know this.
Doesn't matter.
You can still lose a game and be the better team.
Okay, sometimes you were the better team. Let me ask you something. Man United were the inferior team against Villa, and you won the game. Will Villa fans say, "Oh, but we're better than you"? That's not gonna happen. It only happened from you guys.
Villa is better than Man U, though.
But Man United won. Villa fan
Yeah,
didn't
but
tell
Man U
them what
won, but
he's
we all
talking
know
about.
that Man
What you
United won by
what you
luck.
are saying is illogical, bro.
No, but what I'm trying to say, no, listen, no, let me.
Can I just finish my point? You're just very
make your point
sensitive,
and then let me
Deji.
make
Just
mine.
let me finish
Go on.
my point, bro. Let me finish my point. There are a lot of metrics, there are a lot of stats that Villa are superior to you, right? In terms of chances created, shots on target, they have the better striker. Probably Kamara will get into your team. Yes, Madison is there. Their defense look sometimes better than yours. You freaking conceded 40 goals. Yes, you have a very attacking minded football coach. It looks very good on the eye, but you have to look at your team and say, how are we conceding 40 goals? 4-0. 4-0 or 39? Is that 39 or 40 goals? My point, Deji, you are not going to this game to Villa Park favorites. I wouldn't advise anyone to put money on Spurs. I think if you win that game, it is a surprise to a lot of people. People are predicting a draw or Villa win. If you win that game, it's a surprise, Deji. It's not the predictions because Villa at home are good. They dominated teams like Man City, like Arsenal. They are a good team. So for you to
I'm
say
not
that
saying
you are
that
a
they're not a
superior,
good team.
you are
I'm not
talking like you're a superior team to Villa,
We
even if
are.
they're playing at home.
Yeah.
You are not. You are behind them on the table, bro.
Can I make my point now?
This is
Can I make my
Deji.
point?
Yeah, go ahead. You
Let
can
me
do
make my
whatever
point.
you want.
And
Fine,
Rich,
bro.
real talk, I've been talking about Villa from before this season. So catch me, I've been saying that I rate Villa and I rate Newcastle. Anyone that's followed me long enough knows I've been saying this. It might not have happened last year, but I was saying last season I expected Villa to finish above Arsenal. That was a thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, when you guys lost to Man United,
So you predicted Spurs to
when
finish
you
above
lost to Man
Arsenal.
United
So
in
you
the
predicted Spurs to finish
game,
above Arsenal. If
I
you put that
said,
out there,
I just said,
put that out there.
that Man U were lucky to win that game because
Yeah.
if you look at it, that guy, I don't know if it was Manu and then what's his name, Dallo, just quickly just kicks the ball in and they get his head.
McTominay header.
Yeah, and I said that Man U is so dusty like Tutankhamun's coffin, that I'm not expecting them to go on a run from here. And look, lo and behold, couple games later against Fulham, they get slapped up. Meaning that we could see they were dusty, and when you're dusty, the dusty will shine through. Now with Spurs, it's slightly different. I've been calling out and saying that when Tottenham have their full 11, we could go toe-to-toe with Man City, we can go toe-to-toe with Arsenal, we can go toe-to-toe with Liverpool. It looks like this weekend against Villa, we're going to have our full 11. Now, if Tottenham have their full 11, I'm telling you, we'll be too strong for you. That's my opinion. But I was saying that we would have slapped up Wolves. But in that game against Wolves, we lost Udogie and we lost Pedro Porro. Now, when you're in the top 5, as you know, 1-2 players make a difference now. We're getting to the business end of the season. Big players make big difference. I'm saying Tottenham's full 11, you're not fully strengthened. So I don't know how Villa's going to stop Spurs if they're not fully strengthened. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying to you.
I think Kamara. Well, obviously Kamara's out, but I think Pau Torres will be back. He got 45 minutes yesterday. Leon Bailey will be back in, obviously. Ollie Watkins up front. So I think we'll be as good as full strength. Maybe Ramsey
Yeah, I'm going to
plays.
say, who are you missing then? Just Kamara? Is that it from the first 11?
Maybe missing Ramsey, but again, he's
not really
it's
played
arguably
much in the
whether
first
he's
11,
like
has he?
full like whether he's full strength. But I think we should have the majority of players. It's going to be a massive game, and I guess one of the things I would say, I totally agree with both of you about, Man United were very, very lucky to beat Villa, and they went on they obviously lost after that, and we were fortunate to beat Tottenham away from home early this season. But what Villa carried on doing was we carried on winning. We've carried on that run. So I would say we've probably gone through our dodgy spell. We had a bit of a dodgy spell over Christmas, just after Christmas. Now we're kind of 4 Premier League wins out of 5. I think we're going into this with pretty decent form. And yes, I guess a draw doesn't necessarily hurt us too much if it happens to be a draw. But yeah, whatever it is, it's going to be a big game, big game.
Where is this game going to be won and lost, Deji, in terms of the pitch? Is it midfield for you, up top? What's happening?
I don't know if we've got Richarlison back for this game. Look, to be honest, both teams play the high line. It's the midfield battle because you've got.
Hold on, Deji. Richarlison. You think Richarlison makes a difference?
Bro, he's banging in goal. He was banging in goals, bro. He's got 12 Premier League goals so far this season.
All right then. So you think Richarlison is your best 11? Is part of your
He's
best
part of
11?
our best. He's part of our best 11. Yeah.
Probably you're the only Spurs fan that I heard said that ever.
Yeah, but I was the only Spurs fan that said if you have patience with Richarlison, he'll get double figures this season.
All right. You think Richarlison is a good player?
I think he's all right, bro. I think people are over egging how bad he is. He plays for the Brazil national team, for crying out loud.
All right then. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Well, unless you're saying
I really
Brazil
have to qualify to.
Are you saying Brazil is the equivalent of Samoa?
Yeah, kind of. The Brazil with I'm sorry, Brazil with Richarlison is one of the. Okay, so let me just put this out there. Richarlison is the worst Brazil number 9 I have seen in my life, and I've seen Vagnalov, I've seen Eder, I've seen plenty of them. I'm too old to not see Brazil number 9s. Richarlison is by far the worst number 9 to ever play for Brazil national team ever.
Wow.
Play. That's my opinion. He's worse than Fred. Way worse. Richarlison cannot control a football. I would not take Richarlison in my 5-a-side team. Richarlison isn't good enough to play in my 5-a-side team. Richarlison cannot control the football. He's slow. He acts like the tough guy, and he isn't good enough. Ange Postecoglou is a genius that he's getting a tune out of him. He's an absolute magician because he's putting him in the right places. Richarlison, if it was somebody else with this Ange Postecoglou guy as a number 9, Spurs would have been higher on the table. Richarlison, an absolute bomb.
Has Son been playing up top for you though, Dej? And then you've had Richarlison left and Kulusevski right, or has that not been happening?
We have fluidity in our forward line. We can play Son up top and Richarlison out on the left, but I feel Richarlison playing out.
Timo Werner is better than Richarlison. Do you agree or not, Deji?
No.
No, you think Richarlison's a better player than Timo Werner?
1,000%.
So you wouldn't start Timo Werner on the left, Son up top, and Kulusevski on the right?
No. And do you know why?
All right.
Because Timo Werner doesn't want to touch the ball. He doesn't want the ball. And what I don't like are players that aren't physical. So as soon as you want to come next to Werner, he wants, let me just give the ball away so you don't touch me, so you don't hurt me. I'd rather Richarlison doing bish bash bosh than somebody who's running into space but doesn't really want to have a 50-50 challenge. I don't get that.
I don't like Werner. I don't rate Werner.
I don't like Werner.
Yeah,
he's just better. I don't like Werner. He's just better than Richarlison for me. Like I don't like Werner. I think he's an absolute terrible.
He scored last week, didn't he? Werner scored last week though.
Yeah. Mate, I could have scored that goal, mate.
Yeah.
So listen, I've never had Mo and Deji on together. It's actually quite funny. I didn't expect this, but it's fun. I'm here for it. Let me, before I come to Rich, Deji, you say it's going to be you're going to have too much for Villa. I think it's going to be a tighter game than you're expecting. But what are you expecting this to go to do? Because you're saying that last time you played, I must admit, what the game that I remember, Spurs should have been like 2-3-0 up within the first half hour, fluffed their lines, missed their chances. At Villa Park, you don't normally get a game like that, bro. It's very, very hard, very difficult to go there. It's unbelievable atmosphere, very good ground. Are you expecting to be like pow, pow, pow in the first 25 again, or do you think you're going to see this one out and nick it?
No, I think Spurs can nick it, man. I mean, for me, I think I predicted a 2-1 victory, and I'm only going 2-1 because Villa do have momentum at home, and they've been poor away from home. But I just think, based on the previous game, I know Rich says the last 3 games, but generally speaking, Spurs have done all right at Villa Park. Really, if you look at it and you look back, we've got results there. And if Tottenham have improved the way that I think they have, and the way that we all have seen them improve, then I think we can slow down that Villa train. On the other hand, if Villa win, then kudos to them and well done to them. We've still had a good season regardless. But I'm looking forward to this game. I think this is what's going to determine how far Spurs have come as a team. And remember that Villa, you already started getting that momentum from the end of last season under Unai. Postecoglou hasn't even done bloody 9 months. So the fact that we're even having this conversation is already testament to the work that's already been done at my club. And I think Tottenham can finish fourth. I expect Spurs to finish fourth. And for Spurs to finish fourth, they have to win on the weekend. It's as simple as.
No, I agree. If you want to come and be favourites for fourth, you've got to win. I still think Spurs have got a great opportunity to get that fourth place. The only thing I've ever said that let them down from before a ball was kicked to now is injuries. And they've had a lot of injuries, Spurs. You'd like to think for their sake that they won't have many more because they're only playing once a week now till the end of the season. So they should be, if they win this game, favourites for that fourth spot.